Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to day 3 of digraph blending. So today we are going to work on our third digraph, which is TH. TH says. But before we get started with that, let's do some warm up with the song we've done before, but now we're going to do it with our digraph. So you ready? Here we go. What's the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What's the first sound that you hear in the word shop? So what do you hear at the beginning of shop? Sh is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. Sh is the first sound that I hear in the word shop. And we know, let me grab my dry erase board. Oh, I disappeared. Come back. We know that SH says sh. Tip this down a little bit. SH says sh. Good. Let's do another word. Ready? What's the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What's the first sound that you hear in the word church? So what do you hear at the beginning of church? Yell it out loud and proud. Ch. And what letter says ch? Yes, CH says ch. Ch is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. Ch is the first sound that I hear in the word church. Ready for another one? Here we go. What's the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What's the first sound that you hear in the word thin? Thin is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear. Is the first sound that I hear in the word thin. If I look at my choices, which one of these say? Yes, TH says. Very good. This last one, I'm going to see if you're on your toes. Are you ready? What is the first sound that you hear, that you hear, that you hear? What is the first sound that you hear in the word whale? Ooh, we haven't learned that one yet. Whale. What do you think? What is the first sound that I hear, that I hear, that I hear? What is the first sound that I hear in the word whale? And that one, boys and girls, we have not talked about yet, but that one is WH. WH is right here. So that is the sound that you hear at the beginning of whale. And some people say that WH isn't a digraph, and a lot of people say that it is. So it's kind of controversial. But tomorrow we'll do some words with what at the beginning. But today, the name of the game is TH. TH says, let's say that 3 times. Ready? TH says, TH says, TH says. It's a very hard sound to hear, friends. And you've really got to stick that tongue between your teeth so we can make the sound the right way. Okay, so I am going to minimize me and get to the same thing we have been working on all week. But you'll notice that today that beginning sound has a TH at the beginning. So the beginning of our word says, I'm going to be typing in some endings, and we're going to slide through those sounds, and we're going to make some words with the TH sound at the beginning. Are you ready? Let's do the first one together. So if I add those 2 words, it's I and N, let's review the chunk first. So I says I. So let's slide through just that chunk. Ready? In. Let's try it again. In. Good. One more time. In. All right. Now we have to put our beginning sound at the beginning of the word. Ready? Slide through those sounds. In. Let's try it again. In. Let's say it all together. Thin. What's the word, friends? Thin. Yes. I drew a thin line on my paper. Very good. All right. Now if I change the I and the N to an A and a T, let's see what we get there. We know that A says ah. A says ah. So let's slide through the end here, our ending chunk, and see what we get. Ready? At. Let's do it again. At. One more time. At. got that in your brain? And now let's put the TH at the beginning. Ready? I'm not going to say the ending of this word. I want you to slide through the sounds, and I want to hear you loud and proud, and so do your teachers. Are you ready? One more time. Last time. What's the word, friends? That. Yes, that. That. That is a big dog. My dog is laying by my feet. That's why I thought of a dog. All right. I'm now going to change it to an E and an N. Ready? So what does E say? E says eh. E says eh. E says eh. Let's slide through that chunk. Ready? N. Do it again. N. One more time. N. Good. Now let's put TH at the beginning of it. Remember, I'm not going to slide through the sounds. I'll just get you started with the first sound. Get your voice ready. When you hear you slide through those sounds loud and proud. Ready? One more time. Last time. What's the word, friends? Shout it out. Then, yeah, then. Now, sometimes if you push this a little hard, it might sound a little bit more like, it's a harder TH, but if you soften it up again, then, you'll get it a little bit harder, but that is the word then. I went to the store, then I went to get gas. So then. And sometimes TH can make, they call it a hard sound for TH. So it's a th. All right. This next one kind of uses that same harder sound for TH. Are you ready? Let's slide to these sounds. I says eh. That's my vowel. I says eh. I says eh. I says eh. You ready? Is. Good. Now, I know that if you see this word by itself, you would say that word is. And it is right. You are correct. When I see is, it is is. Is a high frequency word, and it's a word we have to learn because the S makes a different sound at the end. But if I add a TH at the beginning, the S stays with us sound. Are you ready to hear it? Is. This. Yes, this is my coat. Very good. And again, it's a little bit harder of a TH, but we still make it the same way by putting our tongue through our teeth. All right, this last one, friends, is our challenge word. It's probably something you haven't seen before, but that is A-OK. Remember, this is a challenge. This is just to make your brains grow. If you are confused by this one, no big shake. Let me tell you that we have C and K at the end. And when I see C and K at the end of the word, it still makes that k sound. Even though it's a CK, it still says k. It makes one sound. So let's stretch through this chunk, and then we'll add our beginning on. Ready? Ick. Try it again. Ick. One more time. Ick. Good. Now we're going to add our TH. Ready? You stretch through the sounds. I'll get our voice ready with the first sound. Here we go. One more time. Last time. What's the word, friends? Did you say thick? Yes. And the cool thing is thick is the opposite of thin, which we talked about just at the beginning of this lesson. Thin would be a skinny, small line. Thick would be a larger, thicker line or fatter line. So thick and thin are opposites. That is it for today, friends. Those are all of our words. Now remember, two of our words made a little bit of a harder of a TH sound, but we still make it the same way. We put our tongue between our teeth and we blow. We go. And sometimes, like in then and this, it's a little bit harder and you feel your tongue tickle a little bit, but it still is made by doing, you just push the air a little bit harder to get that word. Those words are high frequency words too. So sometimes their sounds make a little bit of a different sound than the TH sound, the soft TH sound that we have in thick and thin. That's it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to work on that tricky controversial digraph I told you about, WH. And then on Friday, we will be taking all of our digraphs and we'll be trying to see if we can make real words or nonsense words with them. All right, so that is it for today. You will have the same sheet that you've had all week long, but today it will have a TH at the beginning with different chunks on the end that you have to make pictures and words to show us that you're reading. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.